to do this for real now? All the fun and games and Bahamas trips and all that stuff's over.
Well, obviously I'm excited because, it's a new year. Having 1 year under our belt, or under my belt, it was a great learning experience, and, to come back with the #1 recruiting class and have the expectations, I'm really more anxious to get ready, and tomorrow's the big day.
What ways have you seen the team improve since getting back from the Bahamas?
Well, the Bahamas was big for us, even though everybody didn't play. James and Precious, obviously. It gave us kind of an idea of who was who, and the boys kind of learned more about themselves in game form. Even though all the games weren't highly competitive, we still were trying to push ourselves against us. We're our own bar. We don't need anybody else to take us there. So just helping them with understanding the defensive schemes, what we want to do offensively, sharing the ball, and things of that nature, and then the chemistry of the guys out there on the floor.
Speaking of that chemistry, now that you'll have James and Precious back in there working, how do you work them back in after you played so long without them?
Well, they've been practicing, so it's not like they haven't been with the guys before we went over to the Bahamas. So if they hadn't practiced at all, then I would be worried. But now I know how they mesh in. They've been doing a beautiful job of trying to make sure that they're trying to be dominant defensively and on the rebounding, and let their presence be known in those areas.
How do you feel about this schedule with theoretically 5 freshmen never having played the game?
Well, it is what it is. They're freshmen, but they're talented, and then they're going to lean on us for a lot of that, the coaching staff and players from last year. But experience is the best teacher. They're going to get out there and get their feet wet and see what works and what doesn't work. And as long as they stay within themselves and listen to us, I think they're going to be okay.
Speaking about that schedule, you talk a little bit about the pitfalls along the way. You got an early trip to Oregon, and that's something that's going to be a big barometer to see what you have.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do a schedule or have a schedule that was going to test us early. I think that's something that I've always, when I was in high school, the schedule that I tried to choose is just to see where our guys were, to really get them fully prepared for when our conference starts. And that is going to be a big test for us on the road at Oregon. And, we'll be up for the challenge.
What can you tell us about the entertainment for Memphis Madness?
Nothing. I can't tell you anything about the entertainment for Memphis Madness. Sorry. Last year kind of got a little out of hand, so nothing this time.
Not even a hand? Or you have to kill a sick?
How are Little Penny's workouts coming?
Little Penny? Little Penny's good. Little Penny's chilling.
He's
waiting to come back.
Would you guys talked about people earning their spots. With five freshmen, you'd have no problem starting 5 freshmen if it came to that?
If 5 freshmen earn those spots, I would have no problem with it. It's just who's going to be the best at their position for us to win. It's not favoritism. They're gonna battle it out in practice, and if it's 5 freshmen, I don't have a problem with that.
Do you have any sense? Have you been playing with this in your head, obviously, about how different groupings and how Bahamas gave you a head start in that presumption?
Bahamas did give us a head start. We have a lot of options, because we have different guys that can play multiple positions, and it's fun to be kind of teetering around with what lineups and what guys out on the floor. So it's great to have all those options.
Do you think this will be like a platoon? You have so many players and so many options. You said, are you seeing them platooning these guys? One way 5, another way 5, and then the rest of you guys get in to just keep everybody moving and running?
Yeah, I won't take that. Out. I want that idea is there because that's the way we played in the Bahamas, where we tried to get everybody to max out while they're out on the court and play as hard as they could, and then sub the next guys in. So. That worked for us over there. It's a possibility that we play that way this year.
How much different is the challenge that you're facing this year and the challenge that you faced last year?
I think last year was veteran players, much older guys that have been in the battle, that understood what was going on. You had a senior leader in Jeremiah Martin that could get it done on a nightly basis. This year is a bunch of young kids. Nobody has emerged yet as being the leader, the guy that's going to be the leading scorer or that's going to be dominant on both ends of the floor. So we'll have to wait and see.
Based on what you have seen so far, would you start 5 freshmen?
Again, Olo. No, if they perform at the highest level and earn their right, for sure it could definitely be 5.
So what have you seen from Isaiah Stokes so far? Where do you see him fitting in, and how hopeful are you that he'll be eligible?
Yeah, Isaiah is a player that I knew that could come in right away and help us. First of all, from just a toughness point of view, he's very tough. Screens really well, which is something that the freshman hadn't really wanted to do thus far. He can show them how to do that, and then he has the best footwork out of all our bigs on the post. He's an automatic mismatch in our minds down there because he can get he can get a basket on anybody down there. And I'm definitely hopeful that that he's eligible this year.
Would you compare him to like Six, who you played with, or how would you compare?
Yeah, he and Anthony Douglas are similar. You know, maybe Isaiah handles the ball better than Anthony Douglas. Probably can take it deeper as far as shooting. But the post work, Anthony Douglas was the man down there. He was hard to guard, and Isaiah pretty much is the same way.
There's a lot of, in terms of the very early top 25s that you see out there, you all are in the teens in some, in the low tens in some. Most people who have the number one recruiting class have been in the top 5. Does it feel like people skeptical about you? Is that why? Like there's a skepticism about whether you can handle and do this job. It's not.
I'm not sure.
Coach K doing it. Are they grading for you?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess it's just not enough years in their minds. Obviously, if it were another college, a bigger college, then they would be ranked in the top 5 if they had the number one recruiting class. And I guess it's just in their minds the inexperience of our staff on this level. But that's up to us to make them, you know, make it different.
Where would you rank you?
I would definitely rank us in the top 5. I would. I feel like we have the talent. I feel like that we have the staff, but we have to prove that. So wherever they rank us, that's fine. We just have to do our work to get higher.
Do you notice? Do you notice where people put you?
No, I don't. I haven't even noticed. I haven't even looked.
You said you wanted all the smoke, so is that like a attitude in the locker room amongst the players that they want to smoke?
For sure. I think that all these kids are very competitive, highly competitive, just like our staff is, and we're not afraid to play anybody.
Speaking of competitive, you had, I think I counted 6 guys last year said they could take you one-on-one. How many do you think by the end of the season would have said that?
All of them. Yeah, all of these young guys, they would have all have said it by the end of the season.
Have you beaten any of them one-on-one?
I haven't really played anybody. I played Lester maybe a half a game, and then we couldn't finish or whatever, but they'll get their shots.
Was he playing for his shorts?
No, I won't play him for those shorts. You can have those.
Do you know who the leading scorer was going to be? Do you know who's going to like take the last shot?
No, I really don't. Like I said, I think the game dictates that. But the way we play, the way we share the basketball, anybody on any given night in my mind, but somebody's going to emerge for sure.
Is there any player whose growth has really stood out this offseason to you as you go into this?
Alex Lomax, actually. You know, he's a guy that really struggled last year. You know, shooting the ball from the field. He's always been a great defensive player, but kind of lost his way a little bit. But this year he came in understanding what he needed to do and how he could affect the game for us. So I can say him, not because he played for me, because he actually understands now what it takes for him to be successful on this level and for us to be successful.
You mentioned how different just the 2 rosters are from year 1 to year 2, veteran. Do you feel more pressure to win than last year?
Not at all, because I just want to win, period. I don't put that pressure on myself because I feel like it's something that we all want. And, you know, I had the pressure last year in my mind to get wins because, you know, we want to get the team back on the map, wanted to get the school back on the map. So, yeah.
When you look at it, you know, you said you don't really look and see where other people rank you. What do the players think about themselves, about where they should be, and do you have to, like, you know, jump on them and say, look, don't get your head too big too quick? Just
well, all our players are very confident, so you don't have to ask them. They'll tell you. They'll say, hey, we're number 1, and that's the way that they should think.
You've been around James a while already, but since he's got to campus, have you learned anything new about him? Is he different in any way?
Well, he's matured a lot. You know, James is really quiet. He's being very active with his teammates, something that he really didn't do as much in the past. He's asking a lot of questions. He's very hungry because he wants to play great while he's here at the university.
What will Lance Thomas give you this year that you couldn't get from him last year?
Well, he's a stretch 4 and that can play some 5. Outside shooting is great. He was our best shot blocker last year. So anytime you can add defense and that outside shooting to your team, that's a blessing.
What have you learned about yourself after that first year coaching at this level, entering this season?
That I do have a lot of patience. I do. Even though I want to win right away, I still know that, you know, that I had a lot of patience with a lot of guys last year in the situation that I was put in. And that we were in as a team, and just trying to stay focused on our goals.
Is there any approach you take differently based on what you learned last year?
No, our preparation is going to be the same. You know, we feel like we've added a ton of talent. We're not going to change a ton. You have to change some because the guys are younger, but stick with our same game plans pretty much, and be ready to go to war.
You said that the best teams are the ones that the players on the team, control. Do you have guys on there right now that you see that would be in that step-up role to say, look, guys, we got to grab this one by the throat and go?
I think the guys from last year, and then Isaiah Stokes as well. I mean, he wants to win. He has a lot to prove. And then also Alex Lomax and Tyler Harris. Those guys are being leaders. They're from last year's team, and Lance Thomas. So we got some guys that are older that understand, hey, this isn't going to the young guys, this isn't going to be easy, and we're going to have to do it as a team.
Are you more confident in the program and your abilities than you were standing here last year, or were you equally confident last year when you were?
I was actually equally confident last year. I felt like if a team comes together and has the chemistry and buys into what we're telling them, then we can win.
I mean, in terms of your own role, your own ability to do your own ability and comfort with the job.
I've always had the confidence that I could do the job. That'll never waver. I've never questioned that.
Any update on the game schedule with Cal?
No word yet. So we'll have to have the athletic director call their athletic director.
Damian Ball is one of the overlooked freshmen this year. I mean, what do you expect him as far as impact this season?
Damian is, man, he's special. He's a guy that picks up 94 feet. Might be our best defensive guard outside of Alex Lomax. Great rebounding guard. Understands the game really well, high IQ. Can pass the ball really well. He has a really bright future for sure.
What's the mood around town when you just move around the city? Like you mentioned before how like you take the recruits out to eat and they stand up and start cheering. Just when you're doing your normal day-to-day things, what's the mood?
The mood around the city everywhere that I go is that they can't wait for the season to start. Everybody's raring to go and to see what this team is going to do. We're all anxious.
Time for one or two more?
Penny, what's the top priority tomorrow with practice getting started? Big picture, what are you going to be emphasizing?
Well, defense. You know, with a young team, defense is going to get it. When we run into those teams that are senior-laden, 22, 23-year-old teams that are physical, understand the physicality of the game, the defense is going to come into play. I think offensively we're going to be okay. Defensively, we're going to have to shut people down, so we're definitely going to start with the defensive end.
And one final thing for me, when even though the team's all ballyhooed and all that, and you got a lot of great players, there are some holes in the schedule there where you could stumble. How do you think, in terms of how you handled 11 defeats last year, how do you think these guys will have to take it if they if one does come up?
Well, we have to be prepared for everything. We'll understand who's who when adversity hits, because adversity is going to hit this year. And there are some points in the schedule where it could be, if you're not coming to play, you can lose 2 or 3 in a row, especially with a young team. So we'll just see where we are at that time and then see who can handle the adversity.
Now, who did you say was performing at Memphis, man?
I didn't say. Thank you.
All right, thanks.